So let's just get this out the way.
J. Cole.
No.
We're
we're not talking about Cole.
It's like, damn.
Just relax.
I thought
he came
that's
here
what
on
he
that
was
kind of time
transitioning.
this morning, huh?
No.
So it's Friday. It's Friday morning. It's about 11 a.m. We're all chilling or doing whatever we're respectively doing at the time. Brother James comes in the chat and says, some Kenny shit's out. Or I think Meech threw the snippet in there.
I think you did.
No, I
threw the snippet in there.
You threw it in there.
And Brother James like, this an album? And me and Meech like, no, nigga, it's a snippet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And we're doing what we usually do. We're berating Brother James about this shit. And he like, it's on Apple Music. And what I do is I go fact check. I'm like, nigga, this shit ain't on no motherfucker. Oh. Damn, that's a whole album. Let me shut the fuck up. And sure enough, we get the surprise drop, the surprise album or mixtape from Kendrick Lamar, GNX.
Mixtape.
Don't engage.
Album or potentially mixtape from Kendrick Lamar.
To get to. It's the album.
We'll get to it.
It's titled GNX. For everybody out there trying to figure out, for anybody out there trying to figure out what GNX means, it is the model of Buick in the photo
that he's standing next to.
That is a limited edition model of the Buick Grand National. It was made in 1987. That's the last year that the Grand National was ever produced.
Oh, wow, that's the year he was born.
Yes, and
that's the year he came home from the car he came home from the hospital in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the car he used to play with as a kid. What the fuck? I'm not the Kendrick fan. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, because I didn't know that shit.
What the fuck?
Hey.
I mean, hey, look, you figured it out. Hey,
you
like the fact check?
You explaining the goddamn keep going.
Hey.
And the thing is,
it is the King Kenny fan.
But the thing is, you be having to realize you do be a fan. You just don't want to admit you a fan.
No. See,
no.
Let's get into it.
Because this is the same with the Tyler shit.
No. I'm not about to go against you, nigga. It's the same thing that happened in the Tyler episode. He was about to bark on me, but I'm like, I'm with you. If you recall, I was fucking with Kendrick after Damn.
Yeah.
I was ready, and then he did that shit, and then followed it up with kicking my nigga back in. So I tried to hate listen. But continue. We'll get to it.
So we got this album, and me and Meech were listening to it live. Then Zach joined
he fucking
in.
Up everybody's name.
Then Zach joined in after that, and I believe brother, you was at the crib too.
No, I was at work.
Okay, so brother was at work. So he was one of them niggas that was mad that the album was out and he couldn't listen to it.
He was popping in
I
and
was
out.
listening to it.
Yeah, he couldn't text like that.
Go along with it for narrative.
Nigga, the camera's on. Goddamn.
I had to listen at home.
I'm the man of God. I'm gonna keep it authentic. Y'all gonna get the truth from me.
Hey!
All right. Cameras on or off.
Hallelujah.
So let's react. Let's review this. How do we feel as individuals about this album? I'll swing it to Brother James first.
Oh, wow. Okay. You just put me out there on the spot like that. All right, man. No. Caught me very off guard. Caught me by surprise because I don't think if he did do promotion for it, I didn't see it. And so
the promotion was kicking this nigga back in all year.
What I'm saying, he didn't say nothing about an album coming for real though about it.
Well, before you say that, on his Finsta, right? He posted that fucking car back in March. If you go back and look at, he did some magazine.
I don't be on Finsta.
He did some magazine.
Oh, wait, Finsta's a real thing?
I guess.
Finsta is just like your burner Insta.
Okay, all right, got you. That's why I was like, what the fuck is Finsta?
I never even heard of
Finsta on Instagram?
Yeah, it's your fake Instagram account.
It's your fake Instagram account.
Your burner, yeah.
It's your burner.
Okay, got you.
Oh, he has a burner.
Finsta was a different thing.
Yeah, so his burner account. So he posted that car.
Wait a minute, time out. You niggas telling me Kendrick got a fake burner account?
Look, anywho.
What's the account?
I'll
yeah, do your thing.
We'll do that after the show.
Yeah, we do.
So back in March, he posted that car with a whole story about it. Back in March, he did a photo shoot for some magazine over the summer or recently where he's pictured with the same car. Mm-hmm. So he's low key been rolling this out all year, even before the beef happened.
But to brother point, this ain't no traditional roller. Even if
No,
you
not
show
at all.
it, I mean, even if you riding around in the car, it's not telling me.
No,
shit.
not at all. It's very cryptic.
Yeah.
But even with that being said, brother James, go ahead. You were giving your spiel. My bad.
Yeah, no. So when I seen that y'all had posted it, you know what I'm saying, I went to go check it out. The reason why I was wondering if it was out yet, because people in the comments was like, "This is the best album out right now." So I'm like, how they listening to it if I can't find it? You get what I'm saying? That's why I text y'all, like, can y'all send me the link and everything? So then I did my own find and I looked on Apple Music. Man, listen.
On Apple Music. Go ahead.
Listen. Because that's not my first choice. I got Spotify, I got Apple Music. I got like several music apps.
Yeah, that's about to change, though.
I use Spotify
Wait.
first. So
That's about to change.
Where did you go
That's
first?
gonna be his first option.
Where did you go first?
I went to Spotify. That's
And it wasn't there?
No, it wasn't on Spotify yet. It was on Apple Music though. Yeah. So
Quality.
He on his way.
No, okay. So when I had found it, and then the man, bro, listen, whacked out murals. I was not expecting him to go as hard as he did in that song, and I was like trying to be like the same way I did when he came out with Like That. And Zach remembers. Yeah. When he came out with Like That, I'm like, man, this trash. This man over here aiming at people doing this and that. I'm listening to whacked out murals. I'm just like. It sounds pretty good. And so like I was really just he had me drawn in with that hooked me. I'm like, okay, I gotta listen this out, like I gotta see it through, man. I wasn't necessarily feeling I ain't gonna say I wasn't feeling Squabbles. It's not a bad song, it just wasn't my favorite, you know what I'm saying? And then Luther, when that came on, man, that just took me back to classic Kenny. He was using the sample, If This World Was Mine. That song kind of gave me like the Love Me vibes. Remember that song? Give me a run for my money. And I was like, bro, so I was just really just hooked in. That album, for real, for me, it was no misses. Like, that's a for real playthrough. Great, solid album. My favorite song is The Heart Part 6. I was really stuck on that song because he was really just talking about his come up, his grind. He had sampled one of my favorite SWV songs, Use Your Heart and Not Your Mind. And with that sample, that was like a home run to me. And then when he talking about what he was talking about, painting pictures about how he was grinding, how J-Rock was the one, and saying how they was like what they was recording on, the marketing strategies they was doing, just trying to get on, just trying to push stuff forward, and how he ultimately wasn't the reason Black Hippie worked, but he had another vision. And it was just like that right there, that song right there just really drew me in because he was reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about the old days. Gloria, this dude with the he made a love song to his pen. And you know me, I love imagery. You know what I'm saying? I love storytelling. And man, it was just real special how he did it. Man at the Garden, that joint was insane. And he even had me reminiscent of One Mic a little bit, the way he was flowing in it. Because in One Mic, Nas was rapping real like low, then he like turned it up, and Kendrick was doing that, and the beat even had like a not a similarity, but it had like a
it
feel.
had that same feel.
Yeah, and so it was just like this music was just putting me in a real reminiscent mood. Like it really just like pleased me. I'm like, dang man, we got Kendrick over here rapping over samples again, man. This dude is really like tapped into his bag. I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Love this album.
Hand claps.
Zach?
I loved it.
Okay.
I already knew. Like, hey, Kendrick dropped, I'm willing to be annoying. It just is what it is. I will say with this album, he definitely went into his West Side bag. He definitely went into his Cali bag. Like this is a very California album from Hey Now, Squabble Up, GNX. I think it's still another one. And we were having a discussion about, people not putting the features on there and such. Hey Now, I just knew that was Blueface on that bitch. Like it sound just
People
like
were saying it though, like
because he sound just like him, and I'm like, oh shit, he got Blueface flowing on this bitch. I'm like,
because you had put it in the chat, and I was just thinking, man, it don't sound like a nigga in jail.
but that's literally what I thought immediately because I'm like, damn, when did they start recording this shit?
I start thinking too, like he like that nigga for real? But I was just like, wow, again, that nigga do some shit.
Yeah, and then it's just, I do like, and I understand some people is like, it may take an effect because of people not knowing people for these features and such like that. I do feel like when an artist is that big, I don't think it really matters. Because I think because of who he is, I think people will listen to the song.
I think, though, because of the climate we just came out of, though, if he would have just listed them niggas, it would have been a large, maybe not the majority, but it would have been a large portion trying to kick this nigga back in before even turning the album on.
Yeah.
So, like, because you could kind of see it on the back end, people are not fucking with the features like that now that they know who they are.
Yeah.
But, like, going in, they would have just used that as ammo. Now, it wouldn't have worked because the music good. But,
yeah, but people are using it for ammo now.
But they they damn near might not have listened.
They might not. You're right. I get what you're saying. Like they were saying it, like you're saying, like some of them might not have listened. Mm-hmm. Like I seen people steady putting that academics tweet around and shit of him basically saying like it was trash or some shit. But he said it.
I got him muted.
Yeah,
I don't know what he doing.
But the thing was, I was like, people got to realize when people was doing shit for a reaction because he said that shit and the album was out for like 5 minutes when he said it. So it's like, really, dog. Like, you ain't even listened to this motherfucker.
No, that nigga listened. Like, you said 5 minutes. He got through them Wayne and Bird and all them, not Birdman, but Wayne and Drake and Snoop Dogg punches that nigga threw. And he was like, I can't do this. Here we go again.
I think unpopular opinion. I didn't take that Wayne line as like a punch.
No, he punched that nigga.
A punch.
I didn't think
he didn't kick his back end, but he punched that nigga.
It was a punch.
But look, is there also a possibility, right, that it was posted longer than we knew, and then he just said that?
Oh no, I seen people saying that it was up at like 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I think the album dropped 9 a.m. West Coast time. That's why we got it around 11 because they 2 hours behind us. It lined up.
I'm enjoying these release windows. These are some beautiful release windows, especially because I think music sales is broken because I think more people are listening to music today than ever before, but they don't know how to capture it right. So we're coming out like, I seen them debating, will this pass Damn? Ain't no way in hell this pass it Damn. But I could guarantee more people listen to this than Damn. But it's like,
you can't really
show that shit
because they not going off sales no more. The streaming shit,
it's
I feel like it's no way to truly measure that shit.
And I think more people are using their money on music still because these people are, because what's Apple Music? How much is it a month?
Yes,
$10.99.
$10.99. So we giving Apple $120 every year. Money is still being made off this shit. It's just, how do we turn that into a listener? Because even back then with the album sales, it still was difficult because if you bought a CD and you just gave it to your mans, that's 2 people listen, but that's 1 album sale.
But see, here goes the thing. What quantifies an album sale in the streaming era? How many times does this album need to be played, or what's the actual listen time on an album to count as an album sale?
See, but then honestly,
that's the real question you got to ask yourself, because when you sell a hard physical copy of something, no matter how many times they spin it, we got the money. The problem with the streaming era, and the reason why the money is kind of fucked up, is because streaming put another middleman in between the artist, the label, and the money. Because when I used to sell a CD as a label, I used to have to put it in Sam Goody, this, that, or the third. They get their cut off of housing the shit. It's literally the same thing with streaming, but it's probably much more of a hassle now because...
No, it's much different. This it's way... You could literally we could upload a song right now and make money off that bitch, and nobody's in between that motherfucker.
I get
that was impossible back then.
I get that, but who's in between it is the platform in which you're uploading it on. That's why some of these artists.
But you're still putting it somewhere, though.
No, I get that, but what's the cut though? That's why a lot of these artists are doing what they're doing with doing the straight to consumer shit, because that's what I feel. That's why I feel like the streaming shit on the back end or on the business end is a lot bigger than what we might think.
But you're talking a streaming company. What these artists are doing is still giving their music out over a digital platform.
True.
That's still a much different. It's much. But we getting off the point. You want to go on your Kendrick take? You was.
It was to me. It was a great album. Only song that I didn't care for was I can't even think of the Pac song.
Yeah, reincarnated.
Reincarnated. And if anybody has listened to this previously or listened to us before, I don't fuck with Pac, bro. Like, I don't listen to Pac music. I don't like Pac flow. I'm sorry, sue me, but that made me not like that song.
You didn't like the imagery. You didn't like the imagery of that song.
This
the
is
picture
bad.
that he painted though. Like he didn't
This
just
is
talk
bad.
about Pac. He talked about who was other people he
It's
mentioned
not
other people.
It
Yeah.
wasn't about the content. It was the flow.
It's the
it was
delivery.
The beat, it was the presentation of that song.
I
It was
need the
literally-
presentation to be there for me.
It was literally Pac, Eminem, genre rap. That song, which you like, so you would enjoy the song. The whole song was meant to be created to sound like Pac.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a lot more simpler. He doesn't like Tupac. That beat is a Tupac sample. That alone, he not gonna like it.
I think it's deeper than just a sample, though.
It's
the
sound.
pocket.
It's
It's the
the
pocket
song.
he was
It's the
rapping
sound.
in.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
literally the sound. All that shit that you
Like,
said.
even down
This-
the
wait,
tail.
hold on, wait. All that shit you said. The imagery. I don't like the fucking image. That's what I'm telling you. That's what he's saying. Like for every reason, you're like, oh, this is beautiful. He looking at this shit like ugly bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what I just did? I just threw myself up on your opinion.
Whoa.
And you were giving your opinion. And I apologize.
That's all right, brother.
I'm sorry, man.
Hey.
I won't do that again. You
It's all right.
You finish your
It's
spiel.
all right. It was a great album to me, though. And this is the first album in a while where I've been listening to it since it's come out. I tried to listen to some other shit. I felt bad for my boy BFB the Pac-Man. You dropped this day. You an artist that's still trying to come up. And then Kendrick did that shit after your album's been out for like 6 hours. Sorry.
Damn.
I did listen though.
Y'all
Your shit
long.
was solid too. But I'm on this Kenny, bro.
I don't have a real big dissertation about the album. I've stated to these fellas how I feel, and how I feel is first 10 tracks knocked it out the park for me. GNX is probably my least favorite song, but I still like it. Same thing with Gloria. Like, it's one of my
I'm shocked you don't like that song.
one of my least favorite songs. Because by that time, bro,
That might be fatigue.
it's fatigue.
Go back and listen again.
It's fatigue, but bro, y'all know me. I love violence. I love the crashing out. There is so much crashing out, shit talking, and one bar quotables on this album that I don't care about the lovey-dovey, the imagery, the soliloquies, the heartfelt.
Nigga had to say imagery, huh?
The heartfelt.
He had to use the word
messages,
that I was using, yeah.
all that
The
shit.
little shot to that. Yeah, he
All
throwing
that-
little shots. I'm calling them all out this morning. I got time today, nigga.
All that
you could have just said you don't like the way the songs flow and all of that. You could have just said I like violence. I'm a crash out. Just say that, nigga.
Kendrick got him
Just
in his
say that,
crash out
nigga.
bag.
Hey,
Just say that.
Just apologize.
Just say that,
Just
nigga.
apologize to him.
He didn't
because-
apologize to you.
because he was giving his opinion. Can I get the same grace?
No, nigga, because you took a shot at me. I apologize for throwing my opinion on him, but you took a shot at me. So no grace for you, nigga.
None.
Once again, I just really enjoyed the shit talking. I like mafioso rap. I like when niggas are braggadocious. But more so, I like when a nigga talks his shit and backs it up. And he did that throughout this whole album. He gave you the club cuts. He gave you the West Coast shit. He gave you the chick songs. He gave you the vibe song. He gave you the deep introspective songs. He covered all the bases on this album. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked it. But I do think there's more music to come. I think there's either going to be added songs to this with features to songs that are already out, or we might just get a whole nother body of music. That's my opinion.
That's one more thing I wanted to say about this. I felt like this album, he heard a lot of people saying that he couldn't make this album.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like this was. Like, y'all saying I can't have the club songs, I can't have the aggressive songs, I gotta be on some like poetic, some introspective shit. And he was like, watch, basically.
All right, Meech, how do you feel?
Oh, I like the album. Goddamn red dot hit my ass. No, I like the album. Only songs I didn't like was Reincarnated and GNX. But the rest was good. I really fuck with Dodger Blue. I really like Luther. I really like Squabble was alright. I was in and out on Squabble. I like the cause that's the same song that was at the beginning. I like that, right? I liked it better when I heard it on Like That than the full record. But it was a good album.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our review